We're jumping into depth chart. TJ is our depth chart expert. We're going to start offense first. Some of these we're going to do mostly just starters. We're not giving too deeps, but the obvious ones we may get a little bit further down. So we will start with QB1, obviously Seth Hennigan. Who's QB2?
Dude, that's maybe like the biggest question on the depth chart. The most important question, I think, on the depth chart is who's quarterback 2, right? And I think that's kind of like a silly thing to say, and I think a lot of people will hear that and be like, "That's ridiculous." We're talking about the second string quarterback because if anything were to happen to Seth, I mean, not that I want anything to happen, but there's been tons of times last year where he played hurt. Like, who's the next guy
too
up?
often uses the phrase "if anything were to happen to Seth." Far too frequently.
I think he has to be prepared for stuff like that. Because again, how many times was Seth hurt last year? How many times did he play hurt last year? It was like the first 5 games of the season.
Does a broken heart count as hurt? Heaven forbid that happens.
But to answer your question, I think the easy
in love.
You done?
Yeah, go ahead.
The easy one, I think, for a lot of people to want to write in is Arrington Maiden, but I think they're going to redshirt him.
True Frosh. It's got to be Cade, right? He's already familiar with.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, if you ask me, I think Harris Boyd is who I would put at QB2.
Harris,
me personally,
pretty decent in the spring stuff.
But like, I see your logic, right? Cade's been with Grams for a while now, so it makes sense. But me personally, I'm going to go Harris Boyd.
Okay. Let's stick in the backfield. Running back. Give me 3 here because we have. Well, I'm going to say 4 because sticking with the French theme. I'm not going to lie. In fall camp, De Rosier's name has come up multiple times, more frequently than I was anticipating. So it sounds like you kind of have 4 there with De Rosier, BT, Sutton, and Super Mario.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things where we get a Mario Anderson or Mario for Cramsey. Cramsey calls him Mario. It drives me insane. You're going to get
that New Hampshire accent.
Mario or Sutton for sure. I think those 2 are interchangeable, and I do think you'll get De Rosier worked in situationally, right? It's the same thing with BT. He has been the goal line back last year. He completely locked that down.
Yeah. You're inside the 5, and it's BT.
Yeah. Which is kind of upsetting because I was looking forward to seeing Bodyford get some snaps, but I think they'll probably redshirt him because of how much they have at running back already.
Sure.
But I'll take it. So
all right.
Sutton or Mario Sutton or De Rosier. It's going to be an or. They always do that. I think
okay, they didn't do it. They didn't do it last year. So I'm going to assume they're probably not doing it this year either. This was more of a Norvell thing where they would announce a halfback and a tailback.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we see that? Or some sort of utility like Sutton? They're going to line up maybe out wide in the slot or different ways to find him the ball. Are they going to list him as a starter at some other sort of? No,
I think he'll just get the or designation at running back. Yeah.
A 3 or chart there for the running backs. All right, let's bump up to the big uglies up front. Give me your 5 across the line.
Do you want them in starting position?
Start with 5? The center. Go center. Yeah, give me position.
Yeah. So if you're saying center, it's going to be Trent Holler. I know there was all the talk of Gamble playing center, but that's just because Holler was beat up, right? It's going to be Trent Holler at center. Behind him is probably your toss-up. I think situationally they're in a better position. If Holler were to get hurt, you would move Gamble over to center and then replace Gamble with the next man up at left guard, Mitch Godahouse, maybe something like that. But if you're looking for starting center, Trent Holler, left guard, I think will be Jonah Gamble, left tackle, I do think this one's tough for me. Jalen Nichols, I think, is going to end up being the starting left tackle, and that's who I'll write in right now. I think he's going to be back and healthy enough. I think that's who will start there. Going to the right side, Xavier Hill for right guard, and then right tackle, Keydrell Lewis seems like the easy fit there. I mean, he has a lot of experience under his belt already, coming over from ULM. Seems like a lock at right tackle, but I know a couple of those names could be interchangeable for a lot of people.
Yeah. And I mean, we've heard it twice. I think Ramsey said it the other day. I know Coach Myers said it a week or so ago. They feel like they have 8 capable starters on the offensive line in that room. And in comparison to last year, saying they were just searching for 5. So, I mean, there's like, I noticed no mention of Malachi from you. No Chris Adams, which those are guys that are very capable, I think. And I don't think we would be shocked to see them rotated in there at any point in time.
Yeah, I think the only issue with Breland is he is a guard, and I don't see Gamble moving to the wayside considering how long he's been a starter for us, or Xavier Hill, who's arguably your best offensive lineman. Yeah. I don't see him moving away from guard either. So you get into that situation of Breland's really good, and he's probably the next man up. If someone were to get hurt at a guard position, I could see that. I don't know if he has the flexibility to be left guard or right guard. He's mainly played right guard so far. I know they like to move those guys around a lot, but it's not unheard of. I know they definitely think very highly of him, though. So I could see him getting this play.
All right. Sometimes it's that 6 blocker, or he splits out. Give me the tight end. I think we know who it is.
Landfair, right? I mean,
yeah. You go double wide. You go jumbo. You throw in Brendan out there also.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, splitting out wide.
I will
obviously know. Okay, say it.
I am curious who gets that third tight end type of position. I know they don't often run 3 tight ends. Chisholm seems like the easy one to pencil in, but depending on what they're wanting to do, I could see Christian Ross getting some play there. Chisholm's a big guy.
Okay. We didn't mention it, but in a fullback scenario, Chisholm's fullback, right?
Yeah, 100%. But I think Christian Ross is big and very athletic. I could totally see him getting some play out there, and I think that'd be exciting for a lot of people because he is Sean Dykes, but not Sean Dykes-esque in the way that he can move, but he's much bigger than Sean Dykes.
Okay. All right. We split out wide. Obviously, Rock, Kobe, Demir are your 3.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 4, 5, and 6.
Oh man. Excuse me.
Talk about Shorter. He's got to be 1, right?
Shorter seems like a good one to work in there.
Is Hawkins going to be Jamari Hawkins? Marcelo Bussy?
Ryan mentioned Marcelo Bussy in the
when is that new Bussy's opening in Fayette County?
Is Keandre Henry going to play?
I don't know, man. That's so tough. Like we talk about this all the time. Anytime someone mentions a true freshman playing, it's like, what are we talking about? Like the game is so different. It is so hard for someone to come off high school football and just walk into a college stadium and just start. It's so rare too, right? He may get some play. I don't think you're going to see a lot from him. I think if we're talking the next 3, Shorter, Bussy, I don't know. I don't think we've ever got any clarity there. The guy that transferred from Houston looks pretty good. But I think he and Hawkins are kind of one and the same in what they do. They're smaller, slider guys, but very quick.
Was that Banks that transferred?
Banks, thank you. Yeah, Banks.
Kobe. I tell you though, on college football, Hawkins is fast as all get out. Him and shorter drag routes across the middle is absolutely deadly.
Yeah.
If you hit him in stride,
like
Kenny, what?
I don't know if that's how things work in real life, but
Oh, I'm sure it's not, but I'm just saying on the video game, at least the two of them across the middle is unstoppable at times. All right, let's get to D. Give me the front four guys.
This is so tough to me. I mean, you've got, I think it's hard to not write in Cormonte at an end position.
Gotta be
Patrick Lucas at D tackle, or
okay.
They have weird naming conventions. The next end is where things I think get a little interesting for me personally, because I want to say Derek Hunter, but I could also see one of the 17 transfer defensive linemen that they brought in get play there as well.
Okay. No Whitlow.
I think Whitlow plays more of the edge. I think he is Jalen Allen. So I think he's going to be your fourth guy. And I'm Cormonte, Lucas. I think that's going to be Derek Hunter or maybe Baldwin. And then Whitlow. I think Whitlow will be your edge guy coming off the edge. But then that's interchangeable because Reggie Grimes seems like he is otherworldly when healthy.
Oh gosh, yeah, I forgot about Reggie. He's not on the game.
No, I don't think. I think he was
we need a roster update. I would love a big year out of Trench Baby. Wearing that number 6, you throw on a single digit as a D tackle, and you better be bringing it.
Oh, I mean, I want a big year out of anyone on the defensive line, any defensive lineman. I feel like it's been a while since we've had that, right? And you got a lot of guys coming back. Spears is coming back. It's kind of unlucky for him that you bring in Patrick Lucas when Spears is kind of about to potentially set himself up for a really big year. But then you bring in big PJ Lucas like that. Josh White, another guy that's probably going to get some run at some of the depth D-line stuff. So,
all right. Jumping into linebacker, obviously lockdown Chandler Martin, Elijah Herring. But with Javonte Mackey being out this year, torn ACL, I think. Who's that third? Who's getting that third linebacker spot?
I think if you made me pick, I'm going to pick Jaden Flaker just because of his mobility and how quick he is. He's very productive at his previous school. I know that's kind of a wild card there.
TJ's a big Flaker guy in college football 25. He told me to throw Flaker out there for his speed. So no Matt Hudson or Bryce from you in that third spot?
I just think it just depends, right? It's going to be hard to know what kind of defensive formation they're going to be in, right? I don't think it's a guaranteed 3-4 every time. I think we know they're going to change it up. It could be 4-2-5. It could be 4-3. Like they're going to change that up so often that it's going to be hard to consistently nail down exactly who the linebackers will be, right? And there could be situations where they're going 4-4 against Navy. Like this is 1995, something wild like that. So there could be a situation where you get 4 actual linebackers, but they're just going to rotate so many guys. It's hard to say, but I think your guarantees are Elijah Herring, Chandler Martin, and I'm sticking with Flaker. I think that he's most likely to be out there because to me, Hudson's more of a middle linebacker, and I think Elijah's also a middle linebacker. So you kind of get into a situation there where it's like, obviously you're not going to take him out. You can move him over because he does seem to have some athleticism there, but I would feel safer at putting Flaker at outside linebacker.
Okay. Secondary, give me the corners.
No one freaking knows, dude. No one knows. Davion, I swear on my life, if Davion Ross is not back at corner, I'm going to be so upset.
So you think they move him out of that star position?
I do. I think they should. So I'm going to say that they should and that they will because they listen to the show. They hear us. They know what I'm saying. I think you move Davion back to the outside, and I think that you get Kobe Minor is one that everyone seems to really be raving on. And I know at first I was kind of like, how good could this guy be? He came from a 3-9 defense. We brought in PJ Lucas. How good could he be? He came from like a 3-9 defense. Like, are these really the guys we want? But from everything I've heard is Kobe Minor is the real deal.
I will say this, friend of the program, Gabe Kuhn was talking about Kobe the other day. Is it true? I'm looking it up, but he made it sound like Kobe might have locked up Marvin Harrison Jr. when they played Ohio State this year. Is that factually correct?
I don't know.
They lost 23-3. I'm about to look at what Marvin's stats were in that ball game.
Yeah.
He had 2 catches for 18 yards. No tutties.
Okay.
There ain't a wide receiver in the AAC that gets close to Marvin Harrison Jr.
This year, maybe, yeah. That's probably true.
Is there?
No, I said this year you're probably right.
I mean, besides Rock. But he ain't going to have to be defending Rock on Saturdays.
I think that the thing with the DBs is there's so many moving parts, right? I mean, you have Kobe Miners coming in. Who's the other guy they brought in? They brought in another corner. And it's going to blow my mind. He's from Elon. You're going to make me look this up, dude.
Oh, Jaden Dennis.
Jaden Dennis, thank you. Jaden Dennis is another guy at his previous school, was great. I mean, I think he was all conference, something like that. So it's hard for me to just write him off as an option. But from everything I've heard, it's going to be Kobe Minor.
He interned with Elon. Is that what you said?
Didn't he go to Elon? Is that where he's from?
Like Elon Musk?
The school? How do you pronounce it?
I don't know what the hell Elon is.
What?
What division is that?
2, I guess.
Okay. No, they're FCS.
Oh, okay. I never heard of Elon, dude. The Phoenix. He was very good there, regardless. That's where I was coming from. But you have DJ Bell, who started some for us last year.
Angela Bell
got kind of beat up. The Angela Johnson is real. I'm gonna find this and send it over.
I'm sure there is. Yes, I'm sure.
In the football program, you clown. And then Tyron Taylor was great. Kind of at the end of last year, but he plays more of the slot kind of situation. So, final answer: Davion Ross and Kobe Minor at corner. I'll go ahead and jump to the safety since I knew you're going to ask. Greg Rubin seems to have locked up one spot. The question is, what do you do at the other safety position? Will it be Cortland Marsh? Will it be Jordan Greer? Will it be AJ Watt? Will it be Marjavius Moss? There's so many options of other guys that could play that have either moved around or come into Memphis. I would feel safe putting in Cortland Marsh probably, but I would not be one bit shocked if you do have a Jordan Greer sighting there, or even however you want to view the star position with Darius Kofi. That's kind of like a pseudo safety corner role, kind of a nickel role there. So I could see any combination of that. I do think Kofi will get the start. He is the team captain, one of the team captains.
He filled in for Ross when he went out.
When did he change his name from Coffee to Kofi?
I think it's Coffee, and our friend Charlie calls him Kofi, and it's just messed with my brain.
Okay, because I was like, they sell coffee, and Darius Coffee sells coffee, and I was like,
Coffee's coffee.
I think it's Coffee.
I need to get it,
and he's just messed with my head for now.
I got to get a half calf.
Flip this whole desk.
So Coffee, if you're listening, we know you are. Let's hook a brother up with a half calf. Coffee's coffee. What? Why are you shaking your head?
No, I'll take a pound of it. I love it.
Some of us are caffeine sensitive, TJ.
No, it must be
respectful. All right, final kick returner, punt returner. Kobe Drake, Sutton Smith. That's all that matters. Who's lined up back there with Sutton though? Shorter or somebody that's just lightning fast?
I wouldn't be shocked. DeRozier is fast.
I don't think we're going to be bringing many kicks out though. We're big on the start at the 25 thing, which I have adopted in college football 25 because I will say trying to return a kickoff is nearly impossible. I can't even get to the 20 if I bring it out.
It's definitely
I don't know what it is, but this year's game, I can't do it.